Hi, friends. 4 parts of varsity life. Student life motivation. Varsity life has 4 parts. In the first part, everyone dreams of becoming a faculty. A few days later, when the semester finals are dubbed, the dream of getting first is confirmed. The new love comes and the itch is scratched. After 1,000 hobbies including photography, freelancing, making videos on YouTube, cycling, Paula Penn finds a hobby. Looking for friends, making everyone around unhappy. Eating thousands of blocks, buying books for GRE, TOEFL, sitting in meditation for higher studies. A few more days later, if somehow he could pass Tenet, he abandoned the idea of traveling abroad and found a job in a multinational. All these dreams, love, friendship, GRE or job goats we cannot stick to for long. If you spend 2 days obsessing over something, the 3rd day there is no news. After trying for a few more days, seeing a huge challenge on the road to success, I wet my pants in fear, took off my half pants and ran in the opposite direction. In fact, the leap of love or dreams is not the main problem. Rather, the real problem lies in 2 other places. 1, the will is not strong. If the will is strong, you can stick to the goal no matter how big the challenge. And the second problem is not looking at the work from a different angle before jumping into the work. If someone can do a task very easily, the task cannot be considered too easy. Rather, you have to think about what level of effort it takes to acquire the skills to do that work so easily. How much effort it takes to do it. How much struggle, sadhana seems to be done. Sitting in the driver's seat of the bus tempo, looking ahead, and taking the steering wheel for granted and start driving. It is natural to run into dire danger. So before you sit down to drive suddenly, understand how others have practiced for hours before learning to drive. Bus temper is doing helpful contactory. Little by little, he learned to hold the steering wheel and reach this level today. So before you chase your hobby or dream, get an idea about the hard work, effort of the experts in that line before becoming an expert. Jump to work twice as hard as them. You will see. At the speed of the aircraft, the bus temper has already reached the target. Careers of felt as students. Student life motivation. Good GPA is good. But GPA is not the only measure to succeed in life. It is better to read all the subjects of varsity life well and understand the details. But even if you don't understand, all roads will not be closed for you. Suppose you are a final year student and your GPA is terrible. Close to 2.75. I can't say anything inside except the name of 3-4 subjects of the last 4 years. You don't think anyone will give you a job in this situation. But your parents are looking to you to lead the world. Her family is pressuring her to marry her loved one somewhere else. Everything comes together and turns your situation into kerosene. What will you do right now? 1. First of all, check those who have passed in your previous year or previous year. Did they all get jobs? Good or bad? Did you get a job? Among them, minimum 20% Paula Penn GPA, and study condition was same as yours. So, if those Feltus brothers can get a job, you can too. 2. Explore you a bit in the beginning. 3-4 hours should be given. You need to find out where your fellow Feltus brothers from the previous batch are working. What are you working on? If you can't find out all the information yourself, talk to 2-4 seniors. Your target will be to identify a sector or a job type in which your previous batch of fellows work. 3. You'll be surprised at what type of jobs your seniors tend to look for. Barring a few subjects like CSE, electrical, BBA, journalism, most of the subjects leave their line and work in other lines. There is nothing to be upset about, as your seniors can do it. You too can switch to another line if needed. Just develop a simple action plan. 4. If it is a subject of your department in which your seniors work more, then get the notebooks and notes of that subject from someone junior. Then study seriously for 1.5 months in the same style as you were studying before SSC intermediate examination. Try to explain the topics of this subject to junior students or classmates. Even if you don't want to listen, I will force you to listen. Fry everything that is there. And the line in which your seniors work more is the subject of another department. That other line, programming, journalism, sales, marketing, garments, or bank has more chances. So the subject matter can be found online. You have to start taking preparations for that. Have a self-day for preparation 3 or 4 days a week. Make the last Friday of 2016 the last chance day. Close the door and lie with this for 1.5 months. 5. After 1.5 months of preparation time, you have to talk to those seniors. Tell me what you learn. Ask what else you need to know. They will come home and try to find out whatever they say. It will develop a positive perception about you. In addition to that, in the last days, the department should be actively involved. Give constructive comments or suggestions in any forum or group. Post links to help others, so that teachers, classmates, seniors are surprised. This boy or this girl now works dedicatedly. Everything has become sincere. 6. Believe it or not, most jobs are done before the interview. If a senior recommends you for any opening in his office after seeing your sincerity, seriousness, and initiative, or if you want to know if a teacher has someone good, if that teacher tells your name, your job is 90% confirmed. 7. A good CV should be made in this. You have to prepare yourself by listening to the questions asked by the senior brothers in the interview. 3-4 hours every day for 2-3 weeks of preparation will stand a level. And if you go to give an interview somewhere, you will come home and try to study well. We'll update your loved ones from time to time. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? 8. It doesn't take long to turn yourself around. 3 to 4 months of sincerity is sufficient. You have been cheating all your life. If you forget about it for a few days, you can surprise yourself very easily. So don't waste your time in frivolous work these few days. 9. And there is nothing to stress about your final exam. You don't need to study 16 hours a day to maintain the level of student you are. Read 2 to 3 hours daily. And if the exam is near, then give a little more time. 10. Try to pass by so that you have a minimum of 20 minutes 30,000 rupees in your pocket. Because as a bachelor, the cost of house rent and food increases. Besides, it will cost to buy good clothes, pants and shoes for the interview. If you get a job, you will need money to give parties to your friends. Remember, as long as there is breath, there is no end to opportunity. Thanks for watching.